The era of the home console is officially on life support. For decades, the ritual was the same. You buy a plastic box, you plug it into a TV, and you sit on a couch. But in 2026, that ritual feels like a cage. We've seen the Steam Deck change the game, we've seen the Legion Go push the boundaries, and we've seen the original ROG Ally prove that Windows gaming could actually work in your hands. But all of that was just a rehearsal. Today, the curtains have pulled back on a device that doesn't just want to be your favorite handheld. It wants to be the only gaming device you own. This is the Asus ROG Ally 2, and its secret weapon, the ROG Xbox Ally. If you're watching this, you probably remember the microSD card scandal, or the battery life struggles of the first generation. Asus hasn't just heard those complaints. They've treated them like a checklist for a total architectural revolution. This isn't a V2. This is a reckoning. And it starts with a partnership that no one saw coming. Asus and Microsoft have finally fused their DNA. The black edition of the ROG Ally 2 isn't just running Windows. It's running the Xbox full-screen experience. This is the Xbox handheld we've been begging for, hidden inside an Asus body. Let's talk about the heart of this beast, the silicon. The ROG Ally 2 is the launch vehicle for the AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme. We aren't just talking about a minor clock speed bump. This is an 8-core, 16-thread monster built on the Zen 5 architecture. But the real magic is in the 16 RDNA 3.5 GPU cores. Rumors and early benchmarks suggest a 30% performance increase over the original Z1 Extreme. To put that in perspective, this handheld is now capable of playing Cyberpunk 2077 at high settings with ray tracing at a stable 60 frames per second. We have officially reached the point where the power of a PlayStation 5 has been shrunk down to something that fits in your backpack. But power is nothing without stability. The zero-gravity thermal system has been completely overhauled. Asus has introduced a new 3D vapor chamber and dual fans that are 10% larger, but 5 decibels quieter. They've moved the microSD slot, the source of so much heartbreak in the first model, to the bottom of the device, away from the heat exhaust. It seems simple, but it's a sign that Asus is finally prioritizing reliability over just raw specs. Now let's talk about the Xbox button. On the new black Project Canon variant, there is a dedicated Xbox button that launches a specialized, lightweight OS layer. It bypasses the Windows desktop entirely. This means no more clunky mouse-driven menus, no more Windows updates interrupting your game, and most importantly, significantly better battery life. By stripping away the background processes of a full PC, the ROG Ally 2 can squeeze an extra 45 minutes of playtime out of its massive 80 Wh battery. That is double the capacity of the original Ally. We are finally looking at a handheld that can survive a cross-country flight without a power bank. But the display is where you'll spend your time looking, and Asus has made a choice that will divide the community. Instead of chasing the OLED trend blindly, they've stuck with a 7-inch 120Hz IPS panel on the base model, but introduced a Pro tier with a 144Hz tandem OLED. Why tandem? Because it provides double the brightness of a standard OLED, hitting 1600 nits of peak brightness. This is the first handheld you can truly play on a sunny beach in Florida without squinting. The variable refresh rate